Hello and welcome to the 8th session of Module 4 on Information Theory and Coding. So in this 8th session we are going to study about the binary cyclic codes. What are binary cyclic codes and how to obtain a binary cyclic code for a given data. So coming to the introduction of binary cyclic code. Binary cyclic code is a subclass of linear block codes, whatever we have studied in our previous session. And the encoding and syndrome calculations can be easily implemented with the help of shift registers and a feedback connection to those shift registers. Therefore, hardware implementation part is quite easy because it involves simply the shift registers and some feedback connection. And these codes will have a fair amount of mathematical structure and hence they can be designed with error correcting properties also. Let us come to the algebraic structure of cyclic code. So as we know, our binary cyclic code is a subclass of linear block code. Then what exactly is the difference between these two? A n, k linear block code is called as a cyclic code if it satisfies two properties. One is a linearity property and other one is a cyclic property. So linearity property means if you take two cyclic codes and find the sum of those two code words, then the resultant sum will also be a code word. So if C1 and C2 are two code words, by adding C1 and C2 you will obtain one more code word Ci, which is also a valid code word. And what is a cyclic property? So cyclic property states that if you are performing any lateral shift of a code word, then that is also a code word. That is, if you are performing a cyclic shift, right? So if I assume that you are performing a right cyclic shift, then this is my right cyclic shift of each bit. Then the code word which results from this cyclic shift will also be a code word. So if any code satisfies these two properties, that is linearity property and a cyclic property, then we will call such a linear block code as binary cyclic code. Now let us consider an example to better understand how to generate the cyclic or the binary cyclic code. So here the generator polynomial of 7, 4 cyclic code is given. So n value is 7 here and k value is equal to 4. G of generator polynomial is given. So till now we studied about generator matrix. Now we are considering the generator polynomial. Find the 16 code words. Why they are using the word 16 code words? Because our k value is equal to 4. Since k value is equal to 4, the total possible code words will be 2 power k, that is 2 power 4, which is equal to 16. By using two different ways. One is by performing the multiplication of code polynomial and another in the systematic form. Let us study both the forms now. So generator polynomial is already given, right? So consider the message polynomial and try to find out the code polynomial v of x. Let us see how to go ahead with the first step, that is multiplication of polynomial. So for that we will require d of x. So now if I consider the combination of all zeros, my v of x will be d0 into g of x. Because all bits are 0 over here, therefore multiplication of d of x with g of x will give me 0. And since my n value is equal to 7, I am using 7 zeros over here. And this is my valid code word v of x. And if I consider another combination 0, 0, 0, 1, we can see that the coefficient of x power 0 is equal to 1. But the coefficient of x square and coefficient of x cube are equal to 0. Therefore, d of x can be rewritten as x power 0 because the coefficient of x power 0 is equal to 1. And x power 0 is nothing but 1. Therefore, my d of x is equal to 1. So, generation of code is nothing but multiplying this d of x with the generator polynomial g of x. So it is as good as multiplying g of x with 1. That will give you only g of x. Now I can see that in the obtained code vector v of x, x power 0 is equal to 1, right? So x power 1 is equal to 1 and x square is 0, but x cube is equal to 1. So it would be 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. Okay, so take it as 1 0 1. This is our x power 0 and this is our x power 1. Okay, this is x power 1 and x cube is equal to, x square is equal to 0. Again x cube is equal to 1, therefore coefficient of x cube is equal to 1, therefore we are taking 1 here. Okay, similarly let us take one more example. Now I can see that x power 0 is equal to 0 and x power 1 coefficient is equal to 1. So I can rewrite d of x as only x, because only x coefficient is equal to 1. Therefore my polynomial is simply x. Multiplication of d of x with g of x will give me, multiplying this is our d of x with the generator polynomial will give me x plus x square plus x power 4. Coefficient of x power 0 is equal to 0. Therefore the first bit is equal to 0. Coefficient of x power 1 is present, therefore we are taking the second bit as 1. Coefficient of x square is also present, therefore take this bit as 1 again. Coefficient of x cube is equal to 0, therefore we are taking 0 here. Now coefficient of x power 4 is equal to 1, therefore we will take 1 over here. And that ends our polynomial. But however the total number of bits are only 5. Since my n value is equal to 0, I will assume that x power 5 is 0 and x power 6 coefficient is also equal to 0, and correspondingly I will take these two bits as 0 and 0. And this is my code vector, whereas this is the code polynomial which is expressed in the with the help of these variables. Okay, similarly if I take d of x is equal to 0 0 1 1, I can see that x power 0 coefficient is 1 and x power 1 coefficient is 1. Therefore for this combination my d of x would be equal to 1 plus x. And now v of x is nothing but d of x multiplied with g of x. So when you go for multiplication, that will give you say x plus x square, right, plus x into x cube is nothing but x power 4 plus perform the multiplication with 1 now. So this will be 1 plus x cube. Alright. So now x and x will get cancelled because we are performing modulo 2 addition. You have a coefficient of x power 0 as 1. Therefore v of x would be 1. Coefficient of x power 1 is not present, so I will take the bit as 0. Coefficient of x square is there, take 1. Coefficient of x cube is there, take 1. Coefficient of x power 4 is there, therefore take 1. We do not have coefficient of x5 and x6, therefore I will take them as 0 and 0. The total length of the code word is now equal to 7. And this is my vector v for the message 0011. This is my polynomial representation and this is the code vector corresponding to the code polynomial. Okay, so this is how we will perform the multiplication of polynomial in order to find out the code word. Generator matrix will be given. For each combination of d, identify what is your d of x. Once you find out the representation for d of x, simply go for multiplication of d of x with the g of x, and from the obtained polynomial identify the coefficients and write down the code vector, right? So that is the first part of our problem. Coming to the second part, we have to perform perform a systematic way in order to find out the code polynomial. So that systematic form will involve multiplying the message polynomial d of x with x power n minus k, and dividing the entire polynomial obtained after multiplication with g of x. So once you perform the division, obviously you will receive a quotient and a remainder. So remainder will give you the check bits. Okay. So once you get the check bits, append that to the message bit. That will give you the entire code word V. Okay. So first identify, write down your message bits and then write down your check bits. So now to obtain this check bit, we have to perform this division. But before division, you have to identify the polynomial that results with this particular multiplication. Okay. So now, for example, let us take d is equal to 1, 1, 1, 0. So x power 0 is equal to 0, x power 1, 2, 3 are there. Therefore, okay, here the representation that we have taken even in our previous problem will be d0, d1, d2 and d3, right? So you can see here d0, d1, d2, d3. Therefore, first bit is the coefficient of d0, x power 0. So corresponding to x power 0, we are writing 1. X power 1 is present, so x power 1. X square is also present, but we do not have x cube because its coefficient is equal to 0. So this is our d of x. First thing that you have to do is multiplying d of x with x power n minus k. So n value is 7 and k is equal to 4. Therefore x power n minus k is nothing but x cube. So we are multiplying x cube with d of x. So multiplying this x cube with d of x will give me x cube, x power 4 and x power 5. So x cube, x power 4 and x power 5. Now since we have obtained this x power n minus k into d of x, divide that with g of x. So here I am rewriting x power n minus k into d of x, and division has to be performed with g of x. So I am writing g of x over here. Now I can see that the highest power here is equal to 3 and here the highest power is 5. So I can consider x square here because x cube and x square into x square will give me x power 5. So now this is nothing but x square into x cube, which is x power 5, plus x square into x, which is x cube, x square into 1, which is x square. Now according to division, if I subtract this will be 0, x cube cancels, you will be left with x power 4 and x square. Again this x power 4 is still of higher degree compared to x cube, therefore I will perform one more division operation. I will take x over here because x into x cube will give me x power 4. So after multiplication this will be x power 4 plus x square plus x. Okay. Now x4 gets cancelled, x square gets cancelled, you will be left with only x. And we know that this is my quotient and this is my remainder, and we are interested only in the remainder. Okay. So number of check bits, we know that it is always equal to n minus k. Since n is equal to 7 and k is equal to 4, the number of check bits would be equal to 3. R of x is equal to x. If I start with x power 0, the first bit would be 0, right? And x power 1 is available, therefore I will take its coefficient as 1. Similarly, x square coefficient I will take it as 0. So this is the check bit you have obtained with the help of remainder. Now what I will do is, I will take the message polynomial 1110, whatever we have taken over here, right? I will write the check bits and I will write the message. Okay. So check bit and message, if you write them together, that will give you V in systematic form. Similarly, you can find out all V in systematic form by considering the different combinations for D varying between all zeros to all ones. Okay, thank you.